In pet parenting today, we do have a warning for all dog owners this morning. There are a couple of cases here locally of collars actually killing pets.
You know, we think of it as something that's supposed to help, but if it's not done the right way, you could end up in big trouble. So Dr. Nikki Eaton is here from the Animal Hospital of Polaris with some of the safest collars for your dog and your family, so you don't have to go through the same kind of tragedy.
So I'm going to start this out is don't use a choke collar.
Now those are the chain
metal
ones.
Yes.
Right.
Whether they're pinch or the regular choke. Because if you put a choke collar on wrong on your dog and they get stuck, they can't release.
Right.
And so this is what's happened with 2 cases here in Columbus.
Now trainers like those a lot.
Yes. And you can ask Rachel. Rachel's a trainer. She does not use a choke collar at all. We use positive reinforcement, different collars that I'm going to go over in clicker training. You do not have to use a choke collar.
Gotcha.
There's other ways to do it.
I had my dog once trained that way with a choke collar. She came home with broken blood vessels all around her eyes.
Really? Because she was fighting it so much?
It was scary, yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But if you think about it, look, we have horses, we train whales. Do we put a choke collar on them?
No,
No, we use
Can you imagine a choke collar on a whale? I'm just saying.
We use positive reinforcement.
okay.
So there's different ways.
Show us what's a better
So
alternative.
these are better collars.
And I'm going to preface this, all these dogs are up for adoption.
Aww.
And this is Nala. So I love this. So people that like harnesses, this is the Gentle Leader harness. So it's a harness and you can still control the dog. So it doesn't pull or anything like that. And you can get the dog to do what you want.
What's it, under her armpits?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yep. See, it's right here. You put it on, very easy. They take to it very, very well. You see here, this kind of like guides her.
Yeah.
So it works very well. And Nala's 6 months old, so she needs something to kind of control her.
Yeah,
and this
Nala
helps
and I
a
have
lot.
been touching each other's noses way up here. She's a jumper.
Yeah.
She's adorable.
All right.
So
What do we have next?
This is Ike. So
Hi, Ike.
Ike is a 4-year-old min pin. This is what we call a martingale. So a lot of people like the idea of kind of the choke, but don't know really how to use it. This does not choke, but it gives you control, as you can see. You see this here?
Oh, where
you're
it
not
pinches
gonna hurt.
together.
Yeah,
Right.
you're not going to hurt the dog or choke the dog, but you're going to have more control over that dog with this collar.
So as they pull, that begins to tighten a little bit.
Right, and it does not choke them.
Okay.
Okay.
What's that, a martin?
A martingale.
Martingale.
This is very common in the greyhounds racing.
Oh, interesting.
So,
Okay.
yes.
Huh.
So this is a martingale.
Okay.
Then this is Shelby.
Shelby.
She was named after my Shelby.
Yes, Shelby is named after your
baby,
Shelby.
it's okay.
This is what we call a Gentle Leader head
so
collar.
nervous.
She is. So this was around Shelby's nose,
baby, it's
goes around her neck.
okay.
And this is what I say is we put collars on horses, basically.
Yeah.
This is the exact same thing.
So
Dogs
this part's
don't
over
like
her nose right here.
Yep, and I'll show you. You just
Okay.
kind of, and of course at first they don't like it. You just put it right here.
But they can breathe fine.
They can breathe,
There's
they can
no concern.
bite. It's
Can they
not
drink
mean.
water, or
Yes.
does that- okay.
They can do everything. But this allows you to control the dog.
Okay.
So this has been around now for 15 to 20 years. There was a veterinarian that invented this, Dr. Anderson. I love this collar.
Okay.
So growing up, I had dogs that I couldn't control. I had a boxer that I couldn't years ago. I put this on her. She would do whatever I asked her to do.
Really?
That's
But
nice.
it's really important that you train them correctly on it. So, and there's a certain way that it needs to be fitted.
Okay.
Okay.
So, but this is great. This is
So
like one
read
of my
about it before you really
and
get
go
into
see
it.
your veterinarian because we fit them all the time.
Sure.
And we have them.
Okay.
So,
All right, now somebody's got a story here.
Oh my
yes.
goodness gracious.
So this is Katniss. So
Aw.
Katniss was in a fire. Okay.
No.
Yes. And we've been rehabilitating her. She's about 16 weeks old. She's actually a Catahoula puppy. She is very sweet. And we're asking if anybody would like to call into Animal Hospital Polaris and make any donations.
Okay.
Her bill's over $1,000 right now. And
gonna
we've
be
been doing
more.
everything that we can. Valerie has been wonderful. She takes her home. She does physical therapy with her every single day, puts her in the bathtub.
You're so pretty.
So she
Puppy
is.
kisses.
Baby. And oh, she's got a long way to go, doesn't she?
She does.
she does.
She has 3rd-degree burns. And so the collar that's on her is just a regular old buckle collar.
Yeah.
So these are especially for the dogs that you have a lot of control over, that you don't have any problems with whatsoever. So you just put a regular old buckle collar. As you can see, if you ever do have a problem, it will release
It'll
on its
snap
own.
right
So
off.
if they want to make
She is
a
such
donation
sweetie.
for her cause, what do they say when they call?
Just call and just say we want to make a donation to Katniss.
For her care?
Yes, for
Okay.
her care. So she is very sweet, and she's up for adoption
She
too.
is too.
She's
Come here,
going
baby.
through a lot of rehabilitation, so she won't be ready for adoption for a while.
Can you just turn around for us so that we see her face? She is so sweet. Look at that face.
If that wasn't an adopt me face, I don't know what is.
Right.
Well, let's hope we get them all special places home. That
Thank
would
you
be
so
nice.
much,
No,
Nikki.
thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank
Get
you.
rid of those choke collars.